Hello everybody. In this video, we'll be taking a look at SIMnet Access Pause and Practice 4-2. For this, you would need this file Central Sierra 04 Access Database, which I have clicked. When you click this, it downloads to your documents or your downloads folder, however you set it up. And I have just opened it up here. Okay, Central Sierra 04 database, which is here. The second task is save the file as your initials PPA 4-2. So click on File, Save As, save the whole database as Save As, and then you could give the name as your initials PP 4, sorry, PPA 4-2. Okay, now I'm going to save my file in the desktop, and then please enable the content of the file so you can edit the database. Okay, that's task 3. Task 4 is create a new form using blank form button. So we're going to go to create button on the ribbon, and then we're going to create click blank form button. Okay, in the forms group you will see a blank form. Let's click the blank form, and a new blank form is opened in the layout here, and then click show all buttons in the field list pane. This is a field list pane. Click show all buttons. This will list all the tables that are in this database, namely branches and employees. Okay, now click the plus sign to expand each branch. Okay, so it says click the plus sign to expand the employees table. So let's click on the employees table, the plus sign here. Now double click the emp ID to add it to the form. So when you go and click double click the employee ID, it automatically gets added to the form. Next, double click the first name. Okay, it's get added. Next is continue adding all the fields into the employees table form. So let's go click on last name, then let's click on branch, then let's click on title, let's click on department, start date, and base monthly salary. Okay, now let's close the field list. So this menu, you can close it by clicking the close button here. Okay, right. Now let's modify the layout. Click on one of the fields on the form and the orange border that surrounds it. Okay, so click on this. There's an orange border that surrounds it. Click on that and click select layout. You could go to select layout. One second. You have to select both of them together. And then in the forms layout tools, click on the arrange tab on the top, and then click rows and columns group here, and click layout selector. Okay, so there is a layout, select layout here, layout selector. Click on layout select. Okay, all the cells in the layout are bordered orange. Place the pointer over any field and click and drag control layout. Okay, so let's click on this, and then you could click and drag any of them. Click select layout, and then you could click and drag. So now it is all the have been selected. Now you could click and drag down about 1.5 inch like that, a little bit down. So you could just click it and just move it a little bit. So you can move the form or the list of all the fields. Okay, next let's select the base monthly salary label alone. So base monthly salary label alone, and then place any pointer over the right edge of the label until it becomes the resize. So let's click on this, and then you could just increase that. So that's just to make sure that the whole field is visible. Even now I'm not able to see the whole table, so click on this, and then I will be able to uh, select it and then drag it, so I'm able to see the whole table called field called base monthly salary. Okay, I can increase or decrease the size, resize the window. Okay, right. Next one, navigate to record number 10. This contains record the employee with the longest title. So let's go to navigate to record number 10. So you can either press like that to 10, or you could just press 10. Okay, so this has the longest name, so let's go click on the title text box. Okay, click on the title text box. Title text box is here. Okay, and then decrease the width of the text box to remove the excess space. So let's just remove the excess space like that. So this one has the longest title, so you can click and resize it also. Okay, decrease the width to remove the excess space. Next, let's go to the next task, which is task 6. We are on task 6. Add a new column and a new row in the control layout. So select the base monthly salary text box. Here we go. We select this, and then select the row button in the form tools, arrange in the row column. So if you go, it says insert above, insert below. You could click on any row here. Okay, so you have to click on select row, and then you have to click insert below. So it has selected the whole row now. Now we're going to insert a row below that selected row. So when you click on insert below, now a blank field gets entered here. Okay, now select the column button again. So select column button. So select column button, and then you're going to say insert right button. So you're going to say insert right. When you click that, so you're able to insert a new column. So that's how you insert a row and a column, either below or above. Okay, right. Next is task 7, adjusting the height and the width of the new column and rows. So if you have a new column here, row here, and a new column here, how do I resize it? So select the cell in the new column. Select any cell in the new column, and then place the pointer at the right edge and resize the window. Anywhere you want, you can resize it, and click and drag to resize it. Okay, and then let it go when you want almost the same size. Let it go. So release the pointer, so it will automatically create and resize the cell. Okay, select the cell in the bottom blank row. So select any cell in the bottom row, and then you could click F4 to bring the property box. Okay, so select the cell in the bottom blank row, and then we're going to go and click on the property sheet. Okay, you can either click on F4, or you could click on the property sheet, which is in Format Tools, Design. It is in Format Tools and Design. Click on Property Sheet. It brings up the property sheet. Okay, or you could click F4 if you have it on your keyboard. You click the F4 function key, and it automatically opens the property sheet. Click on the Format tab if necessary. So go down to the Format tab here. Click on the Format tab. Type 4 in the Height property box. Height property box. Just go and type 4. Okay, and hit enter. So it automatically changes the font, the row height to 4 inches. Okay, press F4 to close. You can either press F4 again to close it, or you could just press the X here to close. Okay, now I have increased the size of the row to 4 inches. Next, add command buttons to the form. Let's go to the next task. Click on the Form Layout Tools and Design tab. Form Layout Tools, Design tab. Click the More arrow far right of the Controls group. So if you click on More button here, this is called a More button in the Controls group. Click on the More button. When you click on the More button, you're going to get the Controls menu expanded. And make sure that this use control wizards is selected. Here it's already selected. If it is not selected, you could select it. See, now it is not selected, so go and click that selected. How do you know it is selected? You see there's a small gray here, which means it is selected. After that, click the button in the controls group. This is the controls group and there is a button here. If you see, this is a button. Click on the button and then select the leftmost cell, which is here. Okay, you could click the leftmost cell in the bottom row. You could click that here. Okay, and then you could select record operations, and then you're going to create save record here, save record, and then click next, and then select the text radio. Select the text radio button, which is here. Click this text radio button, and then the wording to say save employee record, not save record. We're going to say save employee. We are just creating a button, okay, record, which would say save employee record. Okay, click next, and then enter add emp form save button in the name of the button. Okay, so we're going to say, instead of command, we're going to delete that and say add emp form save button. Okay, and click finish. Now what happens is, see, it creates a button here, and then let's go to the next one. Now we are in task I. Create a second button in the form, place the button in the middle of the column. So let's click here. Again, go back to the same thing, make sure the user control wizards are selected, and we're going to create a new button here and select the middle. In this, we are going to select record operations, add new record. So we're going to say record operations, add new record. And we're going to click next. And then on this, we're going to select text. And then we're going to see add new employee. Okay, that's the new button. Click next to move to the last page of the wizard. Next. So in this table, you're going to say add emp form add button. Okay, so we're going to delete this. Add emp form hyphen add button. Okay, and then click finish. So we've added the second button now. The third button is placed in the last column. So click on form operations again. So make sure that this is selected, user control is selected. If it is not selected, please make sure it is selected. There should be a gray box selected next to it. We're going to create a new button and select the third one. In the third one, you're going to select we are in task P. So we have selected the form operations, close form, record form operations is here, and then close form. For the third button, we have selected form operations and close form, and then click next, and then select the text box, and then we are going to type in add emp form close button. Okay, so we're going to say add emp form hyphen close button. There's no space, close button. Okay, and then click finish. So now we have added 3 buttons, and add a title to the form. So click the title button, form layout tools, design tab. So click on form design tab, click on a title. The title is here, and then we're going to click and say add new employee as the form. Okay, employee, add new employee. Okay, that's here. Press enter. So the form name has been saved. Okay, we are in task 9. We've completed task 9, and the rest of the tasks we will see in the next part of the video. So be sure to watch the second part of this pause and practice video also to complete the exercise. Thank you.